Religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for people who have already been there. Queen Ajna.
Hey guys, welcome back to sadiescotttv. And also, if you are new here, welcome. And I hope you find this content enjoyable. So I just want to say thank you guys for, subscribing to me. I'm grateful for my little following, and thank you for watching me. So as seen by the title, today we're going to be talking about spirituality versus religion. And this is a disclaimer. I am no way or any shape or form trying to bash anyone for their belief, how they choose to live their life. You have to do what works for you. I am simply here to share my experience and the observation of what I've seen between the two. 9 times out of 10, when a child is brought up, their spiritual beliefs or their religious beliefs are usually carried on out through their adulthood. In my case, that really was not the situation. And I am going to be looking down. Y'all know how I do. Come on now, y'all know how I do. Yeah. So I basically come from very southern roots. I am from Arkansas. Shout out to all the people back home. Hey. I come from very southern, and I grew up in a Baptist Christian household, and faithfully every Sunday we went to church. I went to Sunday school. I got baptized when I was 11, I think. Revivals, Bible study, church, everything. And one of the things my grandmother used to say to me when I woke up, and when she woke me up and I would be complaining about going to church, she used to say, you can hang out in the streets all night, you can hang with your little friends and all that, but when you come down to going to church on Sunday, you're quiet. And I was so mad. I was so mad, getting woken up, y'all. So mad. When I turned 15 or 16, I was just like, okay, this is enough. I don't want to be a Christian anymore. And at first she was pissed, I believe, and then afterwards she was just like, whatever. And then after I left the Christian church, I kind of got into the Hebrew Israelite community. And basically it was still a Bible-based organization. And they basically talk about the family dynamic, how we're supposed to come back, the history of, African Americans in this country, the lineage, how we're supposed to, raise our children, how the women are supposed to act, how the men are supposed to act, that sort of thing. And my dad introduced me to it, and I feel like subconsciously I was trying to create a better relationship with him. And that kind of just drew us closer together about us both being in it. And I was in that, and I liked it at first, and then after that my soul just kind of grew weary of it. It was just like, I don't really like how you guys view women, and I'm just about to, go. And I did. And that brings me to here today. So yes, that's a little bit about me. Also, in both, you guys, I was very judgmental, very concerned about other people's lives, very messy, gossiping, and it came to a point where it was like, why do I care so much about other people's lives, What is this doing to, help me on my path? What is this doing to help me grow, And I sat back and did self-realization and self-reflection. And in both, being in the Christian church and also being a part of the Hebrew Israelite community, I found that both aspects, both leaders, both church, both people, what I'm trying to say, the people that were part of both were very hypocritical. They were very not practicing what they're preaching. not doing one thing and then saying another. And I just grew tired of it, and yeah, that's a little bit about my background. Now it's going to be going into the differences with spirituality. It is really a individual journey. Kind of, finding out your sense of peace, what makes you happy, what's your sense of purpose, what are you here to do on earth, basically. It is really heavy in the meaning of life, the meaning of the connection to others, the meaning of how you view your body image, how do you feel about yourself, just a lot of, going within. With religion, it is more of organized set of beliefs. It is more of, community-based, group-based, and you guys, what's the word y'all use? Congregating, stuff like that. With spirituality, you go within yourself for answers. You look to yourself. You listen to your body, your intuition, what your mind is telling you. With religion, it is more of, looking to God or a certain deity to find answers, usually kind of through prayer, So with spirituality, you go within yourself to find validation. You don't really look to outside forces to do that for you. With religion, it is more of, looking to your religious leader, your religious pastor, whether it's man or woman, and they kind of tell you what is right or wrong according to your principles, your scriptures, your set of beliefs. Don't get me wrong. Also, in the spiritual community, we also have leaders, people that have plenty of experience, people that have dealt with all sorts of people that are very and heavily in tune with the universe, with their bodies, and they kind of don't force their certain beliefs onto you. They just kind of act as a guide. It is not, this is how you should live your life. It is not, this is how you should go about this. They give you their advice and you kind of do what you will with it, With spirituality, you kind of also do what resonates with you, what makes you feel good about, what makes you feel good about life. Whether it's Christianity, a lot of times I see people that identify as spiritual kind of like take bits and pieces of the Bible and kind of correlate it to their path. And with really, you can do that with any, religion and kind of correlate it back to your spiritual journey. Whether it's Hinduism, Voodoo, Buddhism, anything. With religion, it is a certain set of guidelines you have to follow. You must follow them. Or there will be consequences. You will feel the wrath of God. You will feel it will feel like you have betrayed the scripture, the guidelines you believe in. It's like basically those guidelines are your way of life. It's set in stone. Don't question it. That's just how it is, With spirituality also, it doesn't really you practice what your truth is. You don't really let anyone or anything tell you how you should feel about your life. You kind of just set that tone for yourself. Also with spirituality, you kind of have to practice stillness. You go within yourself. You find out what you don't like. You find out what you like. You find out what you want out of life. You find out what you don't want out of life, and you use that to your advantage. Also, spirituality is very heavy on healing and not creating distractions in order to suppress those certain thoughts or feelings or also experiences you have dealt with. Y'all, and particularly a lot of times with religion, I'm not bashing y'all, but Christians, they have the tendency to basically blame everything on the devil. I always hear things like, The devil doesn't want me to win. The devil is working today. He working on me today. The devil real busy today. The devil wants my marriage to fail. The devil is just working. Like, are you sure it's the devil? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? It's not you. It's pretty much the devil. It's the devil, right? And it's just like, where's the self accountability? I'm sorry. Rant's over. Spirituality is more about the truth of self, like I said, the truth of the world, the truth of nature. And whether you know it or not, guys, we are connected to the sun, the moon, the stars, all of that. And well, this is my personal opinion. I feel like we are connected. And a lot of times, even with women, your periods will actually synchronize with the moon. And it's like so crazy. It's crazy. With religion, it is more based on morality. It is based on what good versus evil. It's based on God versus the devil. It's based on what is right and what is wrong. Don't get me wrong, spirituality does not teach to murder, rape, or do all this to different people. It teaches self-accountability. So whatever you do, don't think ain't nothing's gonna happen to you back, you know. It does teach that. And also I've experienced with religion that people have a tendency to put their set of beliefs as superior. And if you don't believe what they believe in, you're automatically going to hell when you die. Something's bad going to happen to you. You know, you're going to be lost out here. Like, just all different types of stuff. And diving back into spirituality and basically how I got started on this path. After I left the Hebrew Israelite community, I was so stressed and depressed. I'm talking about down bad, not feeling like I knew the meaning of life, not feeling like I was worthy enough, just, you know, lost. And like no one or anybody could tell me anything different. Like I was just set in stone. And like once I started like researching, because I spent a lot of time on the internet, just a research nerd, I started researching about, you know, self-healing practices, meditation, chakra healing, and basically like, you know, taking more self-accountability for your thoughts and your actions, and not using distractions, not using makeup or using materialistic things to make you feel good better, because those are only things to fill a void. That does not get to the root of the problem of why you're feeling this way about a certain thing. Oh my God, my nose cuff do not just want me to be great. But yes, it is not using distractions. It's actually going to the root of the problem. Oh my God, y'all, excuse me. But yeah, also it kind of started with my fertility issues. I have been diagnosed with PCOS, and you guys, I went to like three or four different doctors before someone actually took me seriously. And the doctor that took me serious was actually a black woman. The rest of them were white or Asian. And I could just remember being so frustrated because no one was like listening to me. They was always like, well, you know, you're still young. Your body's just trying to still get regulated. Like, how long could it take for my body to be regulated, sis? How long does it take? You know? And I was so frustrated because all they were trying to do is just write me a prescription and send me on my way. Birth control is not the answer to everything. And then also my current doctor, she was guilty of this. And I had to tell her that I asked her, I said, does this logically make sense? PCOS is a hormonal imbalance, meaning that the hormones are all out of whack. Birth control is a synthetic hormonal pill. It is fake hormones. Why would I take a pill that adds fuel to the fire of my condition? Does that logically make sense? Does it? Just sit there and think about that for a moment. Does it make sense whatsoever? And she was just sitting there like, okay, we don't have to do the birth control if you don't want to. Like, lady, come on now. A little rant. But yes, black women, y'all do not play about y'all bodies, because when it comes down to maternal health, do y'all know that Black women are 4 to 5 times likely to die during childbirth? Like, why is that such an issue? Why? We have all this technology. We have all these medical schools. We have, these high-class trained doctors, but they still cannot figure out why we're dying. When it come down to y'all health and y'all trying to have kids or y'all just trying to be overall healthy, do not let these people play with y'all bodies, because it's not a game. And I know I am meant to be a midwife and to educate our women, because somebody got to do it the right way. Sorry. My tidbit. But yes, that's a little bit about how I got into my spiritual journey. I'm really trying to pay attention to like what I eat, how I think about my body, how I view myself, because like I am a darker skin tone, and like I used to think I was like butt ugly, but just because my skin was dark. And I actually grew up as a child thinking that, and I used to be teased for the color of my skin because I was dark and I didn't look pretty like the other girls. And like now I'm still working on that. I know my skin is beautiful. I love my melanin skin. I'm still working on my self-confidence and just basically put myself out there. And that's the reason why I started this YouTube channel actually. And yes, that's just my little tidbit. If you guys find that you like this content, if you find that you want me to do more videos about spirituality, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and support your girl. Until next time, guys, thank you so much.